Hey Football Army, what's up? Welcome back to another amazing episode of Soccer Flicker. Soccer players are among some of the most popular and famous figures on the planet these days. Their fame knows no bounds and their wealth is almost unmatched by any other sports people. Recently we looked at 5 of the most hated soccer players on the planet, so we decided to mix things up today and instead look at the most loved players of all time. Of course, everyone has their favorites, and we couldn't include everybody on this list. If you know a player we've unfairly left out of this list, please let us know. Here are the 5 most loved soccer players of all time. 5. George Best. Prior to the dawn of commercialism in soccer, there were no superstars in the game, as players were still considered to be something of working-class heroes to the fans. This was until George Best burst onto the scene. Comfortably the greatest Irish player of all time, Best is most well known for his time wearing the number 7 jersey at Manchester United. Best played his first match for the club aged just 17 and went on to become one of the Red Devils' greatest stars. His talent earned him riches that were unheard of at the time. He became colloquially known as Georgie Best Superstar and became famous outside of the sport. Despite his ability, Best suffered from alcoholism throughout his career and would often be seen drinking after playing. After retiring, Best would often be involved in controversial events caused by his drinking, later undergoing liver surgery to save his life. Unfortunately, Best continued to drink and died aged just 59 in 2005. 4. Pelé. One only needs to think back to the outpouring of love for Pelé upon the occasion of his death last year to see just how popular he was. The Brazilian is still considered by some to be the greatest soccer player of all time, whose records remained untouched for decades until the days of Messi and Ronaldo. While his club career was primarily spent in his home country, Pelé's international record is nothing short of superb. He led Brazil to multiple World Cup victories and dazzled supporters with his quick feet and powerful shooting. Pelé is credited as scoring 1279 goals during his career. Pelé died in 2022 and his funeral was a national affair in Brazil as the country mourned its greatest star. 3. Cristiano Ronaldo. There are few players in the history of soccer who have worked harder to get where they are than Cristiano Ronaldo. Now playing in Saudi Arabia, Ronaldo was previously considered one of the greatest players on the planet and achieved almost impossible success at club level with Real Madrid, Juventus, and Manchester United. The Portuguese international remains one of the most followed men on social media and has a loyal group of fans who idolize his every move. Many of Ronaldo's best moments came in the UEFA Champions League, a competition that has always been special to him. His overhead kick against future club Juventus in 2018 simply highlighted the strength and ability of the man. While the end of his career isn't what many had hoped for, there is no doubt Ronaldo will be remembered for his best years. 2. Diego Maradona. Some soccer players are heroes, some are icons, and a few can be considered gods. That's the category that the great Diego Armando Maradona slots into, however. In his native Argentina, fans still chant his name in the stands at Boca Juniors games despite his death a few years ago. Maradona almost single-handedly delivered the World Cup to Argentina in 1986. His club career saw him become equally famous at Napoli after bringing the Scudetto to the city. There are still plenty of reminders of the great man around the city, including the club's stadium that is named after him. Maradona's life was not without controversy, however, as he was addicted to cocaine for much of his career and subsequent life in retirement. He also scored the most controversial goal in history, nicknamed the Hand of God. In the same game, he also scored arguably the greatest goal ever, soloing his way through a horde of opponents before slotting home. 1. Lionel Messi. Before he won the World Cup for the first time in 2022, I would have placed Maradona above Messi in this list. Lifting the trophy in Qatar and doing so by leading the way for Argentina in the same vein as Maradona has finally put Messi on the same pedestal as the late Maradona in his homeland. Messi has always shone brighter than any other, in my opinion, and will be remembered as the greatest player of all time. His Messi runs and insane solo goals defy belief every time he does it, and his talent is second to none. So guys, this was all about today's video. Share as much as you can, that really motivates us to create more content for you guys. With this, we end our video. Hope you liked the video.